So I'm sitting here, and you know what just came to me? The realization that every man that I've ever felt the need as a woman to protect were men that I did not feel safe with.
Welcome back, guys. I have another video to react to, give you my take on them, of this woman explaining to us the problem of getting in a relationship with a man that has been feminized. But before we get to her video, I have some other videos to react to, and of course, we cannot have an episode without having a video of a single mother. Let's get into it.
Here are 3 signs that the man pursuing you is a high-value man, and if he does number 3, he is in the top 1% of men. I'm Valerie Adams. I'm a dating coach here to teach you the secrets to attract the relationship of your dreams. If you're into that, give me a follow.
All right, boys, brace yourselves. This is a dating coach, a female dating coach, telling us the 3 signs of what makes a man a high value.
And here we go.
Sign number 1 that he's a high-value man is he moves urgently. He has a busy life and he knows you are busy as well. He values his own time and he values yours. So he's not going to wait weeks to ask you out. He's not going to go weeks without talking to you. He knows that if you're on the market, that other men are pursuing you. So he's going to move urgently to make sure he gets some of your time.
Basically, this dating coach just said that a high-value man is a man without options and desperate. Because if he goes 2 weeks without talking to this woman, another man can come in and take that woman, so he cannot afford losing that woman, so I better move urgently.
That just makes no fucking sense.
And you know what the worst of all of this is that there are so many women who are willing to hire this dating coach and pay her who knows how many hundreds of thousands of dollars to this woman that has no idea what a high-value man is and how a high-value man rolls.
Number 2, he's very clear about his communication and his intentions with seeing you. So he's not going to say, we should get together sometime, we should grab drinks this week. He will point blank ask you when you are available this week. He'll let you know what he wants to do with you, and he's going to make clear plans. He's going to confirm and leave 0 room for you to guess. Is there a date? Is there not a date? Am I going to see him? Am I not going to see him? He firms all that up for you.
In other words, this woman described a man who plans the date and takes charge. The problem with this is that many of these women see that as the bare minimum, not as a high-value man. You can never win with these women. Let's keep going.
And number 3, he sees you, he hears you, and he understands you. He takes a genuine interest in getting to know you and how your mind works and what makes you you versus trying to get you to like him, trying to get you interested in him. There is a very different energy, and you can feel it when you're dating someone who is just trying to get you to like them versus someone who genuinely wants to get to know you.
Here's the problem with the 3rd point. Is that if the man has money and is attractive, good looking, and he acts and shows that genuine interest in everything that she said, that man is a high value man. But if an average guy who is not good looking and does the exact same thing that the so-called high value man did, all of a sudden is love bombing and is not attractive and in some cases can be creepy. So at the end of the day, the definition of a high value man in the eyes of many of these modern women will be determined by the size of his wallet. Let's go to the next video.
I always get a kick when the males use single mom as an insult, because what do you mean? You mean how I am supporting 2 kids, a dog, and myself on 1 income? In this economy? You mean how I still look like this after having 2 children? You mean how I stay on top of everything? I work a full-time job. I have 2 side businesses. I maintain a home. I cook most of our meals. Our fridge is always stocked. Our bills are always paid. I always get the girls to their activities. I'm very involved with their school. I maintain my fitness and health. I get enough sleep. I have time for my friends. I have time to travel with my kids. And I have time to read.
What, you want a cookie?
You mean to tell me that I'm doing all of that while you're leaving hate comments on the internet and it's an insult? Really? Because I don't know about you, but I am the hottest, healthiest, and wealthiest I've ever been without a man. So really that's an insult to you, isn't it? That you're not on my level. You could not do half of what I do every single day, even once. There's no way. There's no way.
Well, no wonder this woman is single. I can see why the man probably decided to leave and not put up with this woman. She's full of herself. Give this woman some 10, 15 years down the road, and she will end up making a video saying how she needs a man because she's all burned out. She couldn't take it anymore.
So the next time you want to use single mom, single mother as an insult, please remember what single mothers are actually doing and see if you measure up, because I would be willing to bet my house that you do not.
Well, she better be careful not to bet her house because she can lose it. I can do a quick search on TikTok about single mothers having a hard time, and I can play you guys hundreds of videos of all of these single mothers complaining how hard it is and that they need help and can no longer do it anymore, and they are in desperate need of a man. So this woman should be very careful not to bet her house because she can lose it. Just because she's doing good does not mean that every single mother out there is doing good. Let's go to the next video.
So I'm getting ready to go saw cut, and I get a ticky-tock notification that my husband's ex has decided to view my profile. Hi, Jessica. I just want to say thank you to you deeply for not having the backbone that it takes to support a blue-collar man, not having what it takes to be able to endure the amount of hours that they have to work. And thank you for going all the way to New Orleans with him on the romantic getaway that he planned for you so that he could propose to you and you could say yes with delight just so you could get home and cheat on him, rob his apartment, take all of his money and all of the ganja he had in there. Thank you for shattering his trust and his heart, because now he's mine. And instead of working for somebody else, he's now a boss of his own business. We now run our own company and have multiple cars, multiple trucks. He has his own home. He has 40 acres in Bemidji, and none of it's yours because you didn't have what it takes to support him, love him, and appreciate him.
All right, guys, those of you who are in your late teens, who are in your early 20s, I need you to listen up. If you happen to have a girlfriend right now and you are trying to make something for yourself and you're grinding, you have some goals, you have some ambitions, you don't have any wealth yet, but you are working towards it, the problem that you might find is that you might have a woman just like that woman who left this man because he was not achieving success fast enough. She couldn't wait. They don't want to be in the trenches, going through the ups and downs of life. They want the success to be immediate. And when they don't see it, they leave this relationship.
And I just want to tell you thank you for fucking it all up, because if you hadn't, I wouldn't have the opportunity that I had with him. And now he's my husband, and I need you to stay in the past where you are, or you'll be the next one that gets to greet my steel toes. Okay? Bye.
Well, Jessica, whoever you are, I have a piece of advice for you. Stay away from this man. Stay away from this marriage. You had the opportunity to build the wealth that he has together, but you decided that it wasn't fast enough and you didn't want to put in the work and the sacrifice that came with it. The wife did, and now they're enjoying the benefits of their hard work, and all of a sudden you reappear. This wife is willing to kick your ass. So I would suggest you that you just stay away. You had your chance and you blew it. Let's go to the next video.
So I'm sitting here, and you know what just came to me? The realization that every man that I've ever felt the need as a woman to protect were men that I did not feel safe with. The men that I always felt the need to protect were also the men that I did not feel protected by, even if there was love. So it makes me think about how masculine energy can sometimes come up for us, right? Because it's needed. It provides a form of support, safety, protectiveness. And I think if one person doesn't have it in a dynamic, naturally it's going to come up in someone else who chooses to assert that level of protectiveness. So I say this all to say, dear woman, what's your experience in this? Did you find yourself needing to protect your partner? And also, did you ever feel protected by them or safe with them? Think about also, too, how much times you've had to be protective over a guy simply because he didn't have the boundaries.
Well, you women decided that a man that has boundaries, it's a man that is insecure and that is controlling. And if a man displays too much masculinity, that was toxic. You demanded a man to be a little bit softer, to be more in tune with his emotion, that it is okay for him to cry. You shaped men into the men that you have right now, feminized men. There's a lot of them out there. And now that you have them, now you are dating this man, all of a sudden you don't feel secure with them. You don't feel safe. You don't feel protected. And now you're demanding the man to be masculine, to have boundaries.
Women.
Not realizing that, hey, you need to be protecting our relationship by creating a boundary between you and that woman. It's a coworker, it's a friend, but it's a fact that some men don't know how to assert themselves or keep their boundaries strong, right? So what will happen is the woman will end up becoming very protective and feeling the need to protect them from that outside influence.
Wait, what did this woman say? Feeling the need to protect their man from the outside influence? You have heard me say in this channel before that women do not feel attraction for men that become the yes men. And the problem with that is that this type of men can be easily manipulated, not just by other women, but by other men. When you hear a woman tells you that it is okay for you to show your emotions, for you to cry, do not believe this. They might be attracted to it at first, but when things get serious and they want to have a man in their lives, they want a man. They don't want another woman. They want a man to protect them, not them feeling the need to protect a man. Women will resent you for it. Let's keep going.
Right? And one on the outside can say, hey, why is it that he doesn't have the strength to do that? Does he actually want to create a boundary? You guys have to question that as well. When men don't want to keep a boundary firm, why are they enabling the fluidity of that dynamic? So that's some food for thought. But I say this all to say, what's your experience with that? Do you tend to become very protective or aggressive in dynamics with your partner that you feel that you're technically not safe with them? You know that they can't protect you in a certain way, right? So you find yourself needing to be protective over the dynamic, including them in that way. Let me know what you think.
The mentality of the modern women, man, I tell you, no one understands them. First, they said they don't need a man to protect me. I can protect myself. I don't need a man. And then when things get serious, then they start crying and complaining, why aren't men stepping up and being a man and protecting women? Then they say that they don't need men's money. I can work, pay my own bills, have my own house, support myself. I don't need men's support. And then when things get serious and get hard, all of a sudden they're tired of working. They need a man to pay for them because they just don't want to keep working anymore. They'd rather be in the kitchen. Many of these women have made videos saying this kind of things. And then he went to men are too masculine, that is toxic, and the man that has boundaries is controlling, and all of a sudden now they want a man with boundaries and they want a man who's masculine.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
And then women get mad when we men say that they don't know what they want. And you know what the problem is that this kind of mentality is being held by a lot of women. A lot of these modern women hold these views. And the other issue is that they are available to you guys in dating apps. Many of you guys are swiping right on this type of women with this kind of view. Which is why I'm telling you, you have to take your time in vetting the woman. You cannot afford to make this mistake because this kind of mistake is very expensive and you might end up paying it for a long time. And that, my friends, is my take. You need to watch your six at all times, and I'll see you next time.